Okay, welcome back. Tonight's episode, I'm going to showcase my Thurman Merman baseball card collection. You mean to tell me your name is Thurman Merman? Anyway, we'll start off with the 1970 Topps rookie card. You know, not the most attractive card. Most combo cards aren't, but a necessary one if you are going to try to put together this run. And I purchased that a long time ago. I want to say I paid like $160 for it, whenever that was. And this is always a big one, the 71. And I went with a 7.5 on this because eights, even at the time when I got this a couple of years ago, eights were like around $2,000 or so. This one was under $1,000. And I think today now, PSA 8, I mean, any 71 Topps in a PSA 8 grade is going to be a substantial price because just the borders are really tough and, prone to chipping. This is nice overall. It has a little bit of a soft corner up here, and then centering left-right isn't the best, but I'm not going to complain. Probably the hardest one to get throughout his run here is at 71. I don't remember when I got this. Probably 3 years ago. This 8.5. I think I paid like $1.70, $1.75 for this. I don't know why I have this ability to remember all these useless facts and information about my card collection and even other things for that matter. But that's a 72 Topps. And this next one, maybe my favorite Munson card, 1973 here. Just like the look of it. Typical crap-tastic centering on the back of a 73 Topps. Not uncommon to find these things like this. This is the norm, not the exception. Terrible centering on the back. Front's good, though, and that's all that matters. And maybe that's why this didn't get a 10. I don't know. Probably bought a dozen years ago. At least a dozen years ago, and I remember paying like $80 for that card. Whatever year that was. So here's the first of three that I had to get to finish out the run. And the reason why I didn't have them because I didn't particularly like the cards, but because I wanted to complete this little set, I needed to get them. So the 74, I got this one in an 8, and it's a nice looking 8. And I paid under $100 for this. So I thought it was pretty reasonable. I mean, I'll get to it in a little bit, but it's strange how 8s from earlier in the decade are a lot less than 8s of his later in the decade. And I don't know why or what's going on there, but Munson, he was the first Yankees captain since, I think, Lou Gehrig. So there was I don't know what year he was named captain, but there was 30-plus years between Yankee captains. And that is the biggest gap. I think recently, when Judge was named captain, it had been, 5 or 6 years since Jeter? But, a long time. So kind of a big deal when Munson was anointed captain of the Yankees. And next up is the 75, another condition-sensitive set, but not so much so as the 71. This is a nice 8.5 grade. And I don't know, I think I paid like $100 and something. Under $200, like under two, maybe like 150 or so for this Munson. Also one of my favorites, probably one of my top 3 Munson cards, the 75. It's a great looking card. 1976 was a card I picked up during COVID, peak, sort of, kind of. It was maybe 18 months ago, maybe like September-ish, October of 2021. So prices were still kind of high. This card was $175, maybe $180, and it's still that, and maybe a little more now. So vintage cards like this seem to have weathered the storm or the precipitous price drops that occurred for many, primarily modern cards, since the crazy run-ups of 2020 and 2021. Nice PSA 9 grade from 76 Topps. And then we have the 77. And this is the one card that I thought was way more expensive than it should be. I don't know why. This was like $150 in an 8. So to my point where here's a 77, it costs nearly twice as much as the 74 in the same grade. PSA 9s were trending at like $300 to $400, and I just did not want to pay that. So the three that I needed to finish his run was a 74, it was this one, and then the 79. This one's okay. I mean, it's definitely an A. The centering isn't the best. But again, I didn't want to put a whole lot of money into this particular copy. I just want something decent so I can finish this little project. Up next is the 78. And this could be had pretty, relative to other years. In a 9 grade, this is still around 100, 120 bucks, I think. And it's a great looking card, too. A lot of those 78 Topps cards look nice, especially the Yankees, the Guidry, the Reggie Jackson come to mind. There's a couple of examples, this one for sure. So a lot of action shots. From 78. And now my least favorite card of the bunch, without a doubt, is the 79. Just wanted to get a decent copy, grabbed it in an 8. Even better, it was only $25 for this copy. Basically the cost of grading. And so that is his basic Topps run. As far as the Hall of Fame goes, I guess something changed. I don't know the details, but something changed in regards to the committees and the voting, or how they classify players by era, where now it might be more difficult for someone like Thurman Munson to be elected to the Hall of Fame. So, again, I don't know. I didn't get into the weeds on all that, but I think something changed in the last couple of years, which some people were saying that it might make it harder for someone like Munson to get in now. So hopefully that's not the case, but yeah, whatever happened, I guess it kind of hurts his chances a little bit. And then I have a bonus card here to show, is the Kellogg's. I'm digging these Kellogg's 3D cards. This is from 76. And I wasn't going for a 10 on this. I was looking for like maybe 8s and 9s, but this was $75, and that was pretty cheap for a 10 in my opinion. There's two other ones, I think, the 77 and the 78, which I hope to pick up to finish out this little mini run in the Kellogg's 3D set. And then I'd also consider, he's got some Hostess cards, which are kind of neat, but those are tough to find in high grade because they're cut from panels. So, so one rando Hostess card at the end, but that will do it. There is Thurman Munson's career in baseball cards to conclude this episode of Friday Night Vintage. Thanks for watching.